Hello everyone, welcome to my Unreal Engine tutorial series on how to create an open world game. So this time I'm going to show you the how to increase the cloud density of the sky as the rain falls, and after the raining is done, when the rain is stopped, the cloud density should automatically get decreased. So I'm going to show you how to dynamically do that with everything together we have already done, like the wetness and these rain clouds also. Yes, so now as you can see, the rain is stopped and the land is becoming dry and the cloud level is slowly decreasing. Yes, and the sun is starting to appear. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to implement a way to dynamically manipulate the cloud opacity of the scene. So as you can see in this sky sphere blueprint, there is a parameter to do that, and I'm going to access that and increase this as the rain is about to fall, and decrease it after raining is finished. Okay, so let's get started. So I'll open my weather controller, and here I'll define another variable called target cloud opacity. I'll set it to a float, right? And I'll collapse them for now. Okay, and before this I'll define a method like this. If the target cloud opacity is different than what we already have, I'm gonna change it. So first thing is I'm gonna need a reference to sky. I'll get a reference like this, right? And I have to set the reference in here. Let's do that later. So now I'll get this one, and cloud opacity, and I'm gonna need a little more space here, and target cloud opacity. I'll okay, and take the absolute value, because this should work when it is larger and smaller in both ways. If the difference is smaller than 0.1, no, if the difference is larger than 0.1, true and false. Okay, so I'll collapse this part so it is clear, and update sky, right? Okay, so this is what we have. And so if this is true, I'll take this one and add change rate, but and I'll set cloud opacity like this here. But now this only works when the change rate is, I'll keep it 0.1. So this will work only when the target cloud opacity is larger, but we can't decrease the cloud opacity with this. So instead of directly putting this one here, I'll multiply this like this, and I'll put a select float here. This should be 1, this should be -1 to to define whether it is increasing or decreasing. So I'll put this here. Right, now it works in both directions. Okay, so right, so the cloud opacity change is done, and here I already have this rain level update method. So I'm going to do a small change here. Instead of doing in this way, I'm going to do this in the same way I did this update sky method. That means like this. So instead of target cloud opacity, I'll set a target rain level and put here. Right, and instead of this cloud opacity, I can use get scalar parameter value. Okay, we have to use this for this one. MP global and rain level, and I'll use this here. We don't need this one. Right, and change rate would be same for both, and instead of updating scale, I'll update set scalar parameter value, select MP global and rain level, and the value goes here, and I can delete this one. Okay, so if anyone is having trouble understanding what's going on, maybe that's because you are not updated with what we have done in the previous episodes. So if you want to understand this completely, you must have watched the previous episodes as well. So right, so I have to do a small change here. Instead of this, I'm gonna have to set target rain level here. I'll put it 0.9, and here to 0. Right, and also in previous episode we stopped the tick at the beginning, so now I'm going to enable it. right. And okay, yes, everything is correct. And here, first thing I'm going to do is, okay, I'll give 5 seconds. And so now in order to change the sky cloud level and the rain level gradually, all I have to do is set in the parameter values. So to demonstrate that effect, I'll set target cloud opacity here into, let's see what are the values we already have. 0.7 is like this, and okay, 5 looks good enough, right? I'll set this to 5, and I'll give it another 10 seconds to increase the cloud level, and then I'll start raining. After starting the rain, I'll set the target rain level here into point. No, I don't have to do this because it is set in this toggle rain method. Okay, and after this I'll set again this target cloud opacity into 0.7. Wait, 0.7. okay, right. Now okay, now one more thing. So right now we have this weather controller here inside the player object, but we can't assign this the reference here by keeping it like this. So I'm going to remove this from the player object and player character. The reason we put it here was we needed to attach the rain particle system to our character. So I'll delete this one here, and I'll put the weather controller here in the world, and at the beginning I'll get my rain particle. Okay, I'll delay 1 second, 0.2 seconds to be safe, and I'll get player character like this, and I'll attach this to the player, this particle system to the player, so that it will stick with the player and move with the player. So it will always rain around the player object. Okay, done. Right, now let's see. I hope this will work. Oh wait, one more thing. I have to assign this. Wait, this sky. Okay, I have to make this editable. Now I can assign the sky we already have here and here, so that the weather controller have a reference to a valid reference to sky. Okay, right. Now it should start increasing the cloud level. Well, it didn't work. Let's quickly check. Okay, here. Let's debug this. it is, right? Okay, let's right. Okay, this is actually increasing, as you can see, but we don't see the effect here, do we? No. Right, the problem is here. The problem is these values are initialized in the 𝐒𝐶sphere blueprint. Oh, wait, okay, so only in here. Yes, the issue is in the 𝐒𝐶sphere blueprint, these all these parameters are initialized and affected the change only in this construction script. So just because I change the value here at the runtime, it does not reflect in the 𝐒𝐶sphere. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do or understand what's going on here. So this is the part which take care of change in the color of the sky. So I'm gonna select all of these, yes, everything like this, and I'm gonna collapse this into a macro. I'll call it update sky m. M is for macro. Right, now in the event draw, I create a custom event update sky. Then I'll call this macro and compile. And then in the weather controller, after doing these changes, I have to call this update. I have to update the sky. We can, this is not optimized way, but we can optimize this later. So for now, let's see if it is working. Okay, please work. Right, so as you can see, the clouds are getting, cloud density is becoming higher. Okay, now it started raining. Alright, the land become wet, and still we have to work on the cloud color. That means it should be more darker when it is raining, but we will look into that in the next videos. For now, I am only focused on the cloud level of the sky. Okay, so now the rain is stopped and the cloud level should be reduced. Let's see, let's give it a little more time. I'll go back to my weather controller to check whether if it is reducing. Oh, I can select the 𝐒𝐶sphere here. Yes, as you can see, the value is still increasing. Why is that? Let's go back. Right, this is update sky, and did I Yes. Okay, I found the problem. Problem is here. Instead of putting it this way, yes, I am very stupid. I should check it like this, because this is where it says that if the target level is larger than the current level, right? So I should do the same in here as well. Sorry about that. Okay, now everything should work fine. Let's see. Okay, let's play and see. So at the beginning, no clouds, and soon it should start forming clouds. Okay, you can see some clouds over there near the sunset. Okay, and started raining, and the cloud level is still increasing, and the ground is wet already. Right, so let's have it. Okay, right, and yes, the sky is full of clouds now, and the grasses are also wet. Okay, so it stopped raining, and yeah, cloud level is slowly decreasing, and right, so the ground is already dry and the sun is back. Okay, so everything works as expected, and in the next episode I think we should look into making the world dark as the rain falls, and also there should be some wind, increase of the wind before the rain is starting and while raining. Okay, see you in the next video. Goodbye.